Hello and welcome to the Global class. Today we are going to study state capitalism. State capitalism is an economic system where the state is the principal economic actor and it uses the market for ultimately political gains. The government's power over the economy is direct, mostly via the operation of state owned enterprises or state run companies, as well as the direct regulation of key industries and economy. Over the past 2 decades, many developing countries have turned away from free market capitalism and toward modern state capitalism, which is a combination of traditional state economic planning and elements of free market competition. Why does the state adopt state capitalism? So, governments embrace state capitalism because it serves political as well as economic purposes, not because it's the most efficient means of generating prosperity. It puts vast financial resources within the control of state officials, allowing them access to cash that helps safeguarding their domestic political capital and in many cases increases their leverage on the international state. The best example you can think of Norway and China. So let's get into detail of these examples. Norway. Norwegian government owns a large number of shares in some of the largest companies in the country, such as Statoil, Telenor, Norsk Hydro, Yara, and Statkraft. Moreover, it holds 37% of Oslo stock market. Government has economic power in the country rather than MNCs or foreign investors. Government of Norway gains high revenues from shares as well as sales of oil, and it has established the government pension fund global for a post-oil future. Money is invested in social services. Second example, China. In China, it is based on state owned enterprises, private Chinese companies, state owned banks, and investors, and the Chinese party state. They are all interconnected. In 2017, the Chinese Communist Party changed the constitution so that the party plays a leadership role in the company's decision making. Moreover, the majority of investments from China are carried out by entities that are at least partially state owned. That is how the Chinese government controls their own economy to get bigger influences in the world economy, which leads to more power. The third example is of Russia. Russia has been following a similar system. All large businesses have to maintain a cordial relationship with the government. The political leadership is known to exercise control over state enterprises. A group of people called oligarchs wield power and money. Some of them are known to be helping powerful politicians. I hope you understood these three examples. What are the disadvantages? A book written by Joshua Kurlantzick argues that modern state capitalism is ultimately more protectionist, more dangerous to global security and prosperity, and more threatening to political freedom than free market economics. Kurlantzick identifies four disadvantages. Number one, in young democracies, state capitalism could potentially put too much power in the hands of a few leaders and help erode democratic culture and institutions. Number two, some democratic state capitalists, such as Brazil, India, and Indonesia, appear capable of balancing economic statism with political freedom. However, in less democratic countries like Thailand, Turkey, and Malaysia, state capitalism's erosion of political freedom may undermine stability and impair strategic relations with the United States. The third one, In some of the most inefficient state capitalists, like Russia, these countries' economic weaknesses, exacerbated by state capitalism, ultimately will lead to economic collapse that could shock the entire global economy. And the last one, considering China's example, it may undermine democracy and economic freedom in those countries that embrace it. So, in conclusion, Kurlantzick is talking about the political system mainly. In case if political system is not democratic enough or sound democracy prevailing, high chances that state capitalism may threaten freedom. It could be in different forms. Solution and advantages. Kurlansky identifies these problems but urges policymakers to focus on promoting democracy and civil society in strategically important nations with weak democracies that are beginning to embrace state capitalism. However, the system helped Norway to become one of the most powerful economies in the world today, while China gained power through this system on a global scale. China is considered a superpower along with the United States. The fact that its economy is mainly controlled by the government has allowed the country to grow and has also contributed to making China one of the world's superpowers. I hope you liked the video. Stay safe and stay tuned.